is Stamprgrl, and today I'm going to be creating a floral birthday card. This is for my birthday bounce hop. This coming this upcoming week, and I really appreciate when you guys join me. If you are watching this on the replay, make sure that you reply with hashtag replay so I know about that. I am so happy that you guys might be joining me here. Okay, so I am going to do something different. I have never tried this before, or at least I don't think I have tried this before. I am grabbing an old book. This is the book that I pull pages from. So if you don't like to be see destroyed books, don't look, don't look. But hello, hello, and welcome. Thank you for the thumbs up. Welcome. I am going to stamp this stamp. This is a beautiful stamp. This is by Picket Fence. It is called Dahlia Bouquet F127, again by Picket Fence Studio. It is a huge stamp set, like ginormous. This is a 5.5 inches wide by 5.5. So it's a square, 5.5 inches square. It's ginormous. I have never used it, as you can tell. Looks spranky new. I, I think this was a gift from Kelly Santi or Create by Chaos, which we love. If you have not visited Create by Chaos, she is amazing. She has a YouTube channel. She has an Instagram account. She has it all. So go check her out. Sweetest person ever. She is just so talented. So go check her out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually stamp this. I'm going to try to stamp it twice. I'm going to see how I can do that right here. Okay, so I'm going to try to stamp it twice. I'm going to color it and then we're going to cut this apart. So we're going to use pieces of it, okay? Just pieces. Welcome, welcome. Let me know where you're watching and if you are crafting with me. Today I'm creating a floral birthday card. I am using Picket Fence Studio stamps. Hello, hello, hello. And I'm trying to log in. I forgot to log into my account when I logged in first. Oh, I apologize about that. In case you guys are leaving. Hey, Pam, how are you, sweetie? What are you up to? Okay. And I am going to, I think the trick about this paper is that it's a book and it's really old. You know what? Maybe we should check to see. When was this published? It was published. Oh my God. It's just falling apart as you can see. And I may not be able to see the publishing because I glued all the pieces, all the pages together. But it's pretty old. It smells old. So I'm using my Versa Fine Clear. Hey Susan, how are you? Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm actually doing a birthday card today for a birthday hop that I have this upcoming week. And I want to try something different. So I don't know if you guys noticed, I am not a big floral person, not because I don't like them, because I am a little bit terrified by how to color them. So I always go and do what? Watercolor, because that is my comfy. That's my comfort spot. You guys know it. And if you're new, yes, if I am a little scared of an image, I will, and I'm using just a teeny tiny erase board. I use it to create some extra pressure on my Misty. And here's my image. Oh, that actually look really nice. And then I'm gonna move it over and see. I'm gonna try to see if I can sneak one more right here. Oh, that is gonna be perfect. So I'm gonna put it here, make sure that I didn't move it too much. I think I move it a little bit. That's kind of nice. Okay, and I'm gonna stamp again. So what I'm trying to do is I'm gonna try to see if I can actually color this with alcohol markers. I have no idea how this paper is gonna react. And yes, I could have tried to color and test the markers in the paper without stamping at all. But what fun is that? You know what? If it doesn't work, then we're going to do something because I'm not losing this beautiful stamp image and throwing it away because this is too pretty. Look how gorgeous this is, right? I am going to try to stamp right here. I'm going to keep moving it. So I am covering the whole thing with this huge stamp. And I mean it. This thing is ginormous. Um, I don't. I'm pretty sure this was a gift from Cass, from Miss Kelly, and because even though I have tons of floral images, I barely use them because again, I don't know what to do with them. Okay, so that, oh my God, it's turning out so cute. I am excited already. Um, and I'm not even doing much. Okay, so I'm gonna stamp oop, that one. I'm gonna have to move it over here. That is perfect. So I'm literally just inking the piece of the stamp that I know it's gonna cover because as you can see, I'm having tons of overstamp over here on my Misty, which it's fine, totally fine. So, but look, like I swear that like this stamp was made for doing exactly this technique because kind of like you can fit this guy almost anywhere and it matches. And that is a sign of a good design that you can make. You can do repetition of the image and it just keeps fitting in everywhere you want to sneak it in. Maybe I want to change this. Let's see if I can sneak something else like right here. Yes. I wonder if I can stamp that. Just that. Let's see. Worst case scenario, it's a ghosted image, which I kind of like and I don't mind. Oh, it turned out beautiful. Okay, so I am going to use a little bit of water. I usually don't clean my Misty, but this is a lot of ink that I don't want to transfer anywhere else. Okay, and where is my, here it is. I have always a baby wipe somewhere. I think that's like I went to Costco to get baby wipes for the dogs and I grabbed one package just for me for my stamping. Costco's ones are really good actually. Okay. Oh, the image? Yes, of course. Look at this. So this is the image that I started with. Isn't it beautiful, Susan? Like it's so nice. And I can I'm so sorry. My nose is a little runny, so I apologize for that. Okay, so here it is. You know what? Let me zoom in. I'll bring my iPad a little bit down. Is that better, Susan? Yeah? Okay. So what I did is I overstamped wherever there was a little bit of uh there I thought there was zinnias too, but they says that they're dahlias. Um but when I bought it I thought there were zinnias too. Because zinnias, I love zinnias. So okay, so I have my king art and I am picking just some pinks, some oranges. Oh, so sorry. That one came out of left field. I wasn't even expecting it. So I picked some pinks, some oranges, and a red that I have in this set. And again, I have no idea how an old paper is going to, yeah, thank you. Like I don't know how the alcohol inks are gonna react to my old paint here, like old paper here. So, um, oh, not bad. Okay. So I'm gonna take the white part of the, because this is, um, it's not, I'm not going fancy here at all. I am just gonna colored, okay? And I'm using my lightest pink just to get some ink down. Trying to make sure that I grab this flower because I'm going to do one flower at a time. And again, this I'm just playing. I've never tried this before. Um, and I did not allow for my ink to dry, so we did that pretty fast. And this paper is just still soaking in what's happening to it. And I'm gonna go a little bit on the parts that should be darker, and I'm just dabbing, dabbing, dabbing. That's all I'm doing, dabbing at the top and on the bottom of the petals where you have those lines. Those lines tell you that it's either a highlight or a low light, and that you need to darken it up. Okay, it's gonna, and I'm just dabbing. You see how I'm not? This is not fancy coloring, people. You can do this. You sure can do this. You just need to try it. I am gonna go with my, let's see, is this the next color? Yeah, I think this is super bright. So this one, I'm just doing tiny bits, okay? Because this one is like almost like a fluorescent pink. So I want it just in some areas, okay? I'm just doing, and this is uber saturated, and I am coloring on my glass mat, which if your paper is super saturated, working on a glass mat actually helps because it keeps those colors a little bit dark, like wet for longer, I have found, because it's interacting. Like if I turn it, this is wet, okay? And this, there's like ink there. So at the end of this, I have to make sure that I do clean up my glass mat with some alcohol so I don't transfer, okay? What is happening? Not even a rose or a piss. Tulips and daffodils. You can hear me coloring. These are by King Art. I did had some, what did I bought from them that I really loved? Some color pencils, and they were really good. So I wanted to give these a try, and I'm kind of happy with them. But these are, I'm using, they only have like a point, a fine tip, and a chisel tip, and that's what I'm using. I need to go figure it out how to trick my paint printer into thinking it has enough ink to print one page so I can color along with. Okay, so here's what you're gonna do, Susan. You are gonna go and tell it to print as a draft. Tell it to print as a draft. If you tell it to print as a draft, it uses very, very little ink, and almost at, it doesn't matter how low your ink is, usually it will allow you to print it. Okay. Okay. So we got one done. I'm thinking that I should do a different color. So I'm gonna go with the, remember that bright pink that I told you I was just gonna use a tiny bit? I'm gonna go actually, and I'm gonna do the whole flower. This one is gonna be the whole flower in that bright pink. And then I'm gonna actually, for my darker colors, I'm gonna use the oranges and the reds, okay? So, and again, nothing fancy. I'm using my big chisel tip to just color everything. And I'm not even like I'm there's some areas I'm not even staying within the lines because that's not what I'm doing today, right? Today is not about detail painting with my markers. I just wanted to use my markers in a different way. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try this. I want to see how these behave in an old paper, like an old book paper. And that's what I'm doing. Okay, so these are pretty bright. And then I'm gonna bring my 14, which is the lighter yellow, orange that I have. And this is bright. Okay, so I'm gonna see how, oh, this is perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna go and I'm just scribbling. So I'm doing different. This one I dab. This one I'm gonna scribble on the lines to, that's gonna bring more ink to it. So it's a little bit darker. Oh, really? Oh my God. That's not a nice printer. It yells at you. I'm like, yeah. So I find that even when I'm out, I'm like really low in ink. If I tell my printer, print it as a draft, it goes like, oh, okay, I can do that. And it was gonna print super light. It's gonna print like almost a gray color. But at least you'll have something to color for the class. I unfortunately are going to miss the class. My in-laws are here and we're having actually a great time. I haven't seen them in maybe 6 years, and they're only here till tomorrow. So they leave tomorrow. So I really want to spend some time with them, and Bianca's spending some time with them. So this is really, it's really nice. Okay, so this is my darker orange. It's uh, the change between this and the other color is very little. So I'm not putting much, and just wetting my paper again so I can come and bring the red, okay? And again, all this time I'm actually using the chisel tip because I want to add color without putting too much time into it, okay? So I'm just scribbling, okay? Just lines here, lines there to mimic the lines that the petals have, okay? And if the petals are in the back or the petals are in the middle, there will have more darker stuff, like darker colors because of your low lights, okay? So there we go. That looks really pretty. I'm gonna come back with a pink, okay? And what I was scared of was that this paper was not gonna, it was gonna start peeling, and I'm gonna show you no pills, no nothing. Look how beautiful it's taking the alcohol. I'm gonna turn the lights on. Look at how beautiful. It's about to storm in here. It got dark. Do you see this? It actually kind of, it looks really nice. Do you tell her thank you on the last? Yes, are you nice to it? I used to have one of the printers that was like that. And I swear, my husband's car is very annoying like that. Book pages. I know Dawn loves book pages. Okay, so we got one more here, and I am thinking of going really dark on this one and start with my 14, which is my lighter color orange, then move to my 22, which is, so this is my vermilion, this is my French vermilion, which is darker, and then end with the deep red. So on the previous one, I added that base of 7 of the pink. Oops, sorry, right there. So these were the colors that I use for this guy. Okay, so this guy is these colors. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pink out of the equation. So this is going to be the smaller flower here. It's going to be a lot darker. So I am going to start with my vermilion, which is my 14, which is beautiful orange. Like really is a beautiful, beautiful orange. I think this petal was from this flower, but you know what? Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. Okay. Okay. So there it is, because that's the smallest of the 3 flowers. I got that one. You know what? And I'm gonna take this one. So let's see how this looks. These were probably green, but I'm gonna do them orange because you guess what? It's my coloring, so I can do whatever I want with it. Now I'm coming with number 22, which is a French vermilion, which is a little bit darker, and I am going where I have those lines for my shades, okay, and leaving the center open, okay, with that light color. So that shows like the petal is it's turned, like it folded that way, okay? And then now I'm going to go back. I'm going to go with my red, my deep red, which is number 10. And I am going to really go to town on this one. And even though we use very, very similar colors, I want you to see how different the coloring on these 3 flowers are. But even though the colorings are different, they all go together because we use at least one color that remained the same through the flowers, okay? So let me show you again. So when we started, we did 136. So for this one, we did, for the pink flower, we did 136, 137, and the highlights on 7. And then for the next one, I kept 7, and then I added 14, 22, and 10. And then for the last one, I took that 7 and then I kept these 3 colors. So doing that ensures you that the flowers look harmonious together, okay? It's a little trick to get you very harmonious coloring without having to really know what you're doing. Like you're just keep one color and use it throughout and then move to the next. And it's kind of fun and you get some nice like color combinations that you wouldn't expect. Okay, what book is the page from? I'm like Lynn, it hurts me to see broken books. Okay, so this is from The Secret of Santa Vittoria by Robert Crichton and Simon Scotcher. It is a super old book that, as you can tell, was just falling apart. So this is how I got it. Like it's falling apart. It's just very, very old. Um, It was from the library of Glencliff, home of the elderly Glencliff, New Hampshire, and it was owned by Shirley Scott. I love her handwriting. Isn't it pretty? Hey, Laurie, how are you? I know. Hello to those quietly watching over there. Shh. Yes, I did read the book. Susan, I did read the book. The book was not great. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't great. I I think it's one of those books that I don't think I even finished it because it was just not my cup of tea. And since it wasn't my cup of tea, I decided that I was gonna butcher it. And that's what happened. Okay, so now that we have our flowers colored, we probably should go with the leaves. And I was thinking that instead of actually using marker to the leaves, we're gonna keep exploring this paper and see what happens if so we know that blending works fine because I have blended quite a lot about this book. So I know that's gonna work. And I'm using like an olive color because these colors, so these oranges are gonna have a lot of yellow in it, and the olive is gonna have a lot of yellow into it. I know those are gonna work perfectly. And still adding. Okay, so that's kind of cute. So far, so good. But I feel like it needs a home. Like, that's a little bit more of something. I'm going to put a little bit of green in there. Right? Okay, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to come with my watercolor Caran d'Ache Supra 2. And I'm going to scribble a little bit in the middle of the vein in the middle of the leaves. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag that color. So I'm only putting color on the vein. And again, I don't know. I think if it has behaved so well with the alcohols, I think it's going to behave super well with with adding some water to it. I am actually gonna do a little bit of something. Is this the one that I just used? No, okay, so I was actually looking for this darker green. Um, this green, I gotta be a little bit careful because it has a lot of pigmentation and it does have a lot of blue in it. This one is my dark green, but it has tons of blue in it. So, and a lot more pigment than my medium green that I was just using. Then I'm going to come with my water, just putting a few drops of water there. And I'm actually going to bring one of my flat brushes. I usually use round brushes, but this one I'm just, because since I'm just going to be messy, and I'm going to purposely tap outside the leaves to move the color a little bit on the outside because yeah, I just I'm just playing, okay? Was not meant to be one of those um paintings where I was going to show you how to do some like super detail anything. Well, but seriously, when have I done anything that's super detail? You know, guys know me. I just love playing. And most of the time, I am so happy with whatever we end up here with when I'm with you guys. Okay, so I am going to bring it closer to you guys so you guys can see where we are right now. Okay, look at that. I'm like, I know a tiny bit. I did love it. I love it now more, and I'm appreciating this book a lot more now that it when I was reading it. So I'm still appreciating it. So I really love this. Look at that. Look how much depth this has now. Like, come on. Right? It's so pretty. And my blended olive kind of looks a little bit brown, which I am completely and absolutely digging and loving. Um, and I think, okay, so do we wanna, I probably want to color these before I do a project with it because I'm gonna trim this. This is gonna be probably gonna give me 3 projects. One right here when I trim it right here. Then it's gonna be 2 right here and 3 a smaller strip. You guys can see it. So I want to have at least 3 projects out of this. And I know that is a lot, but I think that's where I'm heading. So I am going to recreate this one, which started with number 7 as my base, the bright. And again, I'm not being fussy at all. This is, and then I'm moving with number 14, which is the vermilion. Okay. Oops. And that's okay. Look, see, I got an oopsie there. That's, I'm okay with it. Don't fret. Don't fret at all. Okay, so we added our orange, and now I'm gonna go with my darker orange. I keep grabbing the fine tip instead of the chisel tip. Chisel, 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 chisel. Okay, and then I'm adding the red. Okay, done. See how quick that was? And I'm gonna go with the orange base. And I may have done the darker orange, so we're gonna have to do red on top of that. Okay, there it is. And now for the green, I'm gonna bring back that olive. There's a little bit here, there's a little bit here. Good. And then I'm gonna bring right here the pencil, bringing my water. I'm gonna put it away so my guys might not be able to see it, but do know that I am grabbing some water from the side, okay? Okay, there it is. Okay, so same thing, it's gonna happen with my right here, right here. Let me get that medium green. And I'm gonna actually make these green, even though I know they're the petals of the flower, but nobody's gonna know once we cut this, okay? So you can make it whatever they are to you, okay? And again, I am still with the idea of not staying within the lines because we are not working towards a something that it's going to be realistic at all, okay? Okay. So here it is. It is super wet, as you can see. Look at the back. And I am kind of completely and absolutely in love with it. I am going to bring some of my Dr. PH Martin's Bleed Proof White. If you guys do not have this magical thing, oh my God, I will recommend you to get one. It is literally when you, so it's almost like a solid paste. Can you guys see it? So you grab, and well, you gotta first grab your paintbrush and not drop it on the floor like I just did. You're gonna grab just a tiny bit. Like, can you guys see how little I grab? I probably grab more on the side of the brush. Okay, I'm gonna grab just a tiny bit and I'm going to add a little bit of spray into my block, and just going to make my own paint. I'm going to splatter it in here. The more watery it is, the less dark white. It is going to be white, but it's not going to be like super stark white. Um, the more paint you add, the wider it is, and it really highlights everything. Okay, I am glad with that. There is splattering everywhere with this. Let me clean it up because it kind of it's like an acrylic. It is an acrylic, and it will be a little bit tough to get out of stuff. Okay, so there it is. I'm gonna dab some of it because there he goes. Look at it. It's just bringing highlights. Okay, and we are going to dry this. So I'm sorry about the noise. I don't know how noisy it is, or if you can actually hear me while I talk and dry. Let me know, because those are all good information to know. Oh, almost. The good things is that this paper dries so fast. The other thing that I noticed, and I don't know why, is that it doesn't matter how much I heat it, it doesn't curl that much. It stays pretty flat, which is amazing. And I am in love with that. Like I have, I did I think I did embossing, and I embossed it and it stayed flat, and I was like, oh, ooh. And that's what was one of the reasons that I said, oh, you know what? I really, really, really want to try what happens with alcohol markers. And I'm seriously, people, digging this. I just don't know how I'm excited about this. I like, and look how flat it is. Like it's still flat. That's so pretty. Okay, so let's cut these puppy out. And do not scream at me when I cut these Yes, can hear you, the noise from the heat gun. Ooh, really? That's fancy. Good to know. Thank you. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's coming. Sorry. I got you a little dizzy. Okay, I am cutting. You know what? I'm cutting my flower. And I'm gonna do 4 inches wide. Yep. Do I want to do 4 inches or a little 4 inches or a little bit smaller? So I got a bigger okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit 3 and 7/8. 3 and 7/8, people. That's where we're going. 3 and 7/8. And then I'm gonna leave this because I love this raw edge. I'm like, oh, that raw edge is so pretty. Okay. So here's where we are. Isn't it pretty? Look at that. Should go like this, right? Again, we are working on a birthday card. Let's not forget that because I just forgot about it. So I have happiest of birthday to you. And this one is from the Stamp of Life, the December 2018 Kid Club. And it's happiest of birthday. Oh, that's so cute. Do we wanna? I think we wanna heat emboss this, but I wonder if it's just too little to be heat embossed. Oh, the H is a little funky. Um, we can try. What's the worst that it could do? That it doesn't work. And it's okay if it doesn't. We try something new. So let's do, I think I have a super fine white powder because I think white on black reads better than gold on black. Even though I kind of think that gold will look amazing on this card, the only problem is that oops, I think this is just gonna be too much. Okay, here. Oh, why don't I have where's my magnet? Jeez, I lost my magnet. It's okay. This would be, oh, because it's under the misty, happens all the time. I should know by now. It's like, oh, if it's not there, it's under the misty. It's kind of annoying, but there you go. Okay. I actually, geez, I last night I was embossing, heat embossing, and after I've been trying to work really, really hard on don't put it down, put it away. It is a motto that I was reading from someone that says that people with ADHD and ADD have issues. They're always like very convoluted, like in they're all over the place, and they really struggle with staying on track and staying, what's the word that I'm looking for? Organized, right? Even in their ideas. So so it's reading, this person was saying that you have to be saying to yourself all the time, don't put it down, put it away. Okay? And that's it. You keep saying that to yourself. Don't put it down, put it away. Don't put it down, put it away. So I've been working on that. And yesterday I was like, don't put it down, put it away. And lo and behold, I put away all of my embossing powders that I actually need now. So so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to the other side of my room and getting my little tool and getting my Versamark and getting my embossing powder and getting everything because I put it away, which is a good thing, right? Okay, let's see if this is gonna. Oh, it might be so pretty if we get it all. Okay, I'm gonna stamp 3 times because I know that H has a little bit of a boo-boo. Oh, that looks really good. Okay, so I'm gonna move this away. I'm gonna get my little paper scrap that I use for my embossing, which is not here. Okay, I'll use this one. And I am actually opening a brand new white embossing powder. This one is by Ranger. It is a detail white. Um, so I am hoping that that is going to help me out with how my image comes out. Oh, this is messy. Oh my goodness gracious. Jeez Louise, wait a minute. There is so much embossing powder on the lid. So let me clean that out. Oh, I've never had that problem. I bet it's because it's the superfine. Oof. Like this thing is going to be on me forever. Like everywhere in this room. Okay. Okay. I'll see if I can get this. Oh my goodness. Okay. Do you guys still do a lot of embossing or you don't because of the mess? Because right now, like this is messy. Like, jeez, Louise. And literally, I'm just dumping it on my floor, which is gonna be that's problem for future me. Okay, future me is gonna have to deal with that. Current, like, current me right now doesn't care. Future me is gonna be so upset with myself. Okay, let's heat this up, see if we can read it. Uh, Oh, this is actually a really nice white embossing. Dang. Oh, I like it. Look at that. Yeah, I know. Embossing is a lot. Like I know it probably hooked us all up to do card making because it's such a magical moment. But I swear, like I don't remember being so what's the word? So messy. Yeah, so messy. That's just a lot. But like if you want to hook someone into card making, show them embossing, heat embossing. That's all you need to do. Show them heat embossing, and everyone goes like, "Oh my god, that was amazing." I'm like, "Yep, it was. Yes, it was. How else can I explain to you? That was, yep, every single time it feels that good." Okay, so I am coming with a jelly roll. I think this is my medium. I don't know where my 10 is. But I'm just gonna add a little bit more of white, and the reason is because now that I add this sentiment, I feel like we need more white to make sense of the card. Okay. Um, you really don't have to if you don't want to. Um, but that's actually taking pretty good to the paper. Um, Now, I will tell you that it's taking better where the alcohol ink was than it is where you see where the watercolor pencils is not taking as well. So I will tell you that. So that's why you play, because now I know that. I know that this, like I can do like follow the how cute those wiggles create recreating the pattern of the petal, right? Okay. Oh my God, this is adorable. Yee! I'm excited about this. And and then here I'm just gonna do squiggles. But look how fun this is. Oh my God, you guys need to try this. This is just too much fun. Who wants me to send you some paper from my book so you can try this? If you want some pages, I will mail you some so you don't have to destroy your own books. So you don't have to feel too bad because I already broke mine. Hey, Elizabeth, how are you, sweetie pie? My white gel 10 gel is officially empty. What? It didn't dry? You actually used it all up? Whoa, whoa. Good for you. Stamp yes, for embossing, yes. But still, girl, the I don't know why I make such a big mess with I think it's probably my house and that everything has so much static in this house because it goes everywhere. Everywhere. Um, I know. I think I actually my stamping platform, I think the plate is warped, which is oh, oh girl. No, that is bad. Yeah. Oh, you just woke up. Well, welcome to the world of the ones that are still just busy. I actually, oh my God, I went with my in-laws for breakfast. Ooh, I ate like a pig. It was so delicious. I was kind of scared because I haven't gone to this place. It's my favorite breakfast place, but I haven't gone to this place like probably in I don't know, 5 years. and oh, maybe more. I don't know. And before COVID, yeah, for sure. And sometimes some places just don't keep up and are not so nice after some time. So, and I know it's not a cheap place. It's quite pricey. And oh my God, they delivered. They did deliver it. I had some fried chicken over some delicious uh biscuits and gravy. Oh my God. It was so good. So good. So, okay. So look, guys, I think this needs to be mounted into a black card, and I'm actually really happy with it. I oh wait, this I don't know why I have these cards that I thought I cut to A2 size, and they're like ginormous, and they're not for sure. There you go. A2 size. Like I don't even know what I was not paying attention, and I just butcher them. There's nowhere near 5.5 by 8.5. Like they're really far away from that. I'm gonna have to recut them. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, because if you're using a platform, you should be okay, Susan. Okay, so I'm gonna put this guy over here. Look at that. Oh, that's so pretty, but I don't want to lose this part. Okay, so I have two options. I could trim the beautiful ragged edge on the right, or I could keep the ragged edge on the right and trim the flower on the left. What do you guys think? Which side would you trim? Would you trim the flower or the t- the part that I tore from the book? What do you guys think? Let me know because that's going to be a biggie. That is going to be my decision, my big decision making for this. And I'm going to keep my markers. I don't want to put them away because I'm going to finish coloring the rest of my paper and I want to use the same colors. So I'm going to keep it by here. Okay, so what are you guys saying? Why trim at all? Because it doesn't fit. That's an A2 size. Put it on a larger base. Okay, let's see. I don't know that I have. Oh, maybe. Then, Suzanne, then I'm gonna have to make my own envelope. Oh. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to make my own envelope. Okay, tear all the edges. Oh, girl, you crazy? What if, what if my tear doesn't look good? Susan, does your stamping platform have foam for under clear stamps? Because sometimes the foam gets depressed in it. Maybe put a. Oh, that is a good question, Pam. That is a good question. Elizabeth, I don't think I can try. Because if I tear this, I'm gonna have to tear like almost half an inch and then almost half an inch. I'm gonna end up with like this much. You know what I mean? Because I cannot tear too little because then it would be like too ragged. I did cut. Here is the other. This is the other one. This is a 4. 1.25 by 6, which I kind of like. It's a little bit extra long. I think I actually like it a lot. Look at that. That looks cute, right? I think I'm gonna go with that. Okay, the question is, and I think this might be a stupid question, but I'm gonna ask the question anyways. Do I need any gold splatter? What do you guys think? I think I'm gonna put it in this long card. I'll put it in a 5 by 7 envelope. Don't trim it all. Right? I think you were right, Susan. Look, I kind of like the long format of this. Gold and black splatter my look. Yeah, that's exactly where I'm thinking. I'm thinking that I need some gold and black splatter. Yeah, that's exactly where I'm going with this. Okay. I'm going to play a game with my husband. Okay. Bye, Lori. Have fun with your husband. What is this? Oh, that is paint. No, we're not going to throw that away. We're going to put that paint back in there. Okay. Okay. Okay, adding some. Here's my gold. Getting it ready. And my black, actually, I need to add some water to this. Okay, so this I made it myself, because I'm gonna add a little bit of water to this. So I love TCW, the workshop, the Crafters Workshop, stencil butters. I love these things. Love them, love them, love them. Um, I'm trying to use them so then I have an excuse because if I run over, I'm gonna try Simon's. I can't get this mixed. Okay, so what I ended up doing is putting a little bit of the black stencil butter into a mini mixer, and I add water, and this gives me a super, super black um, paint that I can use for splattering. Like this is like it's super dark. Unfortunately, I don't like the way the mini mixer sprays directly, so I will do this. Yep, that was a little too much. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, that is too much. Jeez, I put way too much splatter paint in here. Not like that. Okay. Gonna bring my bit off. Let's clean up because I don't know you guys can see how far that splatter reaches. It's like all over. But I still love it. I still will splatter everything if I'm allowed. Splatter the splatters. Because why not? Yeah. Right? It was a dumb question. Why even ask if I should splatter? Always splatter. Having a chocolate chip cookie for breakfast, dessert, naughty me. Ooh. Well, wait. I thought you are not eating chocolate. Missy, hello? Come back. Aren't you supposed to be avoiding chocolate? So I want a different type of splatter, so I'm using my paintbrush. If you do the paintbrush against paintbrush, you tend to get a splatter that is more circular instead of like running lines. Okay, and I am calling it done. Gonna add a little bit of water here to kind of take a little bit of it. But like I said before in my videos, I don't remove all of my watercolor gold splatter from my paintbrushes because I kind of like the little surprise when I'm doing my watercolor pencils and suddenly they're shimmery. And I'm like, "Ooh, look, and then I remember, oh, I didn't wash my paintbrush, and this is why I love not washing my paintbrush because it gives me cute little surprises every once in a while. I'm gonna just dab it because I know this dries easily, like really quick, but I have no patience today because I want to see this card finish, and I am kind of in love with it. And where is my card base? There's my card base. Hey, baby, how are you? Yes, you can take the car. Be careful. Please text me when you get there. And you're coming back, right? Okay. I know. Ah, it's wet again. So we got to dry it again. Oh. Oh, you have a brush dedicated to shimmer colors? You know, I like the little surprise of, ooh, it's shimmery now. Mind you, I sometimes I have to check because I am not great at washing my paintbrushes. So especially if I'm doing watercolors, because watercolors you can activate them again and you can wash your paintbrushes and it will be fine. But sometimes like I'll have like a different color that actually makes mud when I pick a new color. So I have to be a little bit careful with that. But again, I'm such a laid back. Like if I get mud when I'm coloring, oh, I guess we're gonna go vintage. You just can't put me down when I'm crafting. I just want to have fun. And I'm going to force myself to have fun. And one of the ways to do that is by not taking it serious, like super seriously. Like I'm just here to have fun, talk to you guys, know how you guys are doing, chit chat, gossip a little. I know some people have like the channels where they're like straight into making something and we are going to do this and there's no chit chat in between. That's not me. I i will talk with anyone. You should see me at the line at the grocery store. Like, even if you don't want to talk to me, you will end up talking to me, people, because I'll make you talk to me. And you will leave with a smile on your face because that's what I do. Okay, so here's my background. It is beautiful with that gold. Look at that gold and the black. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, that's really nice. Now, my sentiment, happiest of birthdays to you. Do I really want to put it on? I don't think I like it as much over there as I like it over here. And you know what? I feel like getting my foam tape. You guys know I don't take my foam tape out too much, but I feel like foam taping. I feel like foam taping today, so that's what we're doing. So just three little pieces. One, I gotta make sure that I wake up hubby in a little bit. As soon as my live is over, I will wake up hubby because when we went for breakfast with my in-laws, we left my husband here. He can't eat anywhere that they serve breakfast because he has celiac, and we have not found a place that is actually safe for him to eat, which is unfortunate. So we let him sleep, but unfortunately, he's still asleep. Okay, happiest of birthdays to you. Look at this. I like it. The only thing that I may or may not add some extra bling, like some diamond dots, maybe. I'm not even quite sure if I'm gonna go there or not. Um, I would add them black because the gold it's here already so prominent that I don't want to mess with that anymore. Um, but I kind of digging this. Thank you, guys. Even chocolate chip splatters all over the kitchen. Oh my God. Pam, you're supposed to not be eating chocolate. You naughty, naughty girl. Oh yeah, the butter is not gonna help either, Susan. You are so right. You guys are hilarious. Um, cool to the lip, ready to dip. I love that. Thank you so much. Okay, I really, really, really thankful that you guys join me and that you guys made something with me. Like, I am super happy. I'm gonna snap a picture for this card and get it ready for my hop this week because this is going to the birthday bounce hop coming this week, and I have my card, and I'm like 3 days early with my card. What? I never plan ahead. This is so awesome. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Pam. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Lori, for joining us. I'm like, you guys are all so sweet. Thank you so much. And oh, remember to hit the like if you haven't. Um, so YouTube does all the YouTubey thingies to promote this. And see you soon to my next. I know. Come clean my kitchen too. It's ready. Like mine needs a really deep cleaning. Okay. See you soon. Bye.